Hey guys, this is probably the best lighting that you'll ever see in a video from me because it's early in the morning. I wanted to get going early this morning to prepare for the upcoming blizzard, and I gotta tell you, I am very nervous about this because they keep touting it as the biggest blizzard we've ever had. It's going to be a record breaker. 3 feet of snow is predicted for the area that I live in. And it's scary, you know, because if you don't lose your electricity, then it's just snow and you remove it as able to. Or I should say my husband removes it as able to because I have so many physical problems that I cannot shovel snow. So, but he's in good condition and he's able to do things like that. But it's, you know, 3 feet of snow. It's still a lot for anyone. But anyway, so if you don't see another video from me after today for a while, it will either be because I lost my electricity and I have no internet, or it could just be that I'm preoccupied and nervous and worried about the storm itself, because let's face it, when you've got the storm of the century bearing down on you, the last thing in the world that you're thinking about is makeup or filming a video for YouTube. So just wanted to throw that out there. All right, on with the haul at hand. So we went to the store to buy a big bag of snow melt rock salt stuff, and the store that we happened to go to was Kmart. So of course I had to go over and look at the makeup. So you might remember in a video recently I was talking about how my Milani Shadow Eyes in Almond Cream had dried up, and I was having a lot of problems using it, and I ended up just chucking it because no matter what I did, I couldn't make it work. It just had gotten too dry. So I remembered that quite a while ago now, one of you had told me that the Jordana 12-hour made to last eyeshadow pencils were pretty much the same product as the Milani Shadow Eyes were. And of course Jordana is less expensive than Milani. So I was looking at the Jordana stuff and I happened to see this, and I noticed that they had one in continuous almond. And to me it looked just like my almond Milani pencil that I had, that I just threw out. So here's what it looks like, and this is the first one of these that I've ever had. And I used it as an eyeshadow base today, and just like the Milani one. So I guess there's no need to spend the extra money to get the Milani ones because these are basically the same thing. Now I'm going to swatch it on my hand, but I seriously doubt you'll be able to see anything because, well, maybe you will. It's really creamy, really pigmented, and like I said, I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's very similar to the color of my skin, but it made a terrific eyeshadow base, and that's what I used to love to use the Milani one for. So yeah. Oh, and let's see, what was the price on that? It was $3.99. So I believe the Milani ones are around $8, so it's about half the price of the Milani one. Okay, so speaking of Jordana, they also had, finally, the new Jordana Modern Matte Lipsticks. Now, I've been looking for these for a while because I had heard people talking about them, and every time I went to look for them, I could never find them in my area. So finally, I saw a display of them, and I had a hard time deciding what color to get because I was going to just buy one to try it out because I've heard some mixed reviews on these. So I was gonna get just one, but I couldn't decide between, there were a couple colors that I was really torn between, so I got two. The one that I am wearing today is number 4 Matte Tease, and the caps on these, when you pull it off, You have to be really careful. I've already gotten a little bit of lipstick on the inside of this one because the way the cap is. But this is a matte lipstick, and I had heard some negative reviews about these, but my personal experience with them is not negative. People are saying that these are extremely dry. I don't think that's what is going on here. I don't feel like they are dry. I feel like what they are very dense. They're not creamy, they're not light, they're extremely dense in texture. And the pigmentation is unbelievable, off the charts pigmentation. So this one is number 4 matte Tease, and it's a rosy pink mauve type color. Let me swatch it for you. Really, really pretty. It's a little too pink, I feel like, maybe for this time of year. I don't know, but on my pigmented lips, it sort of evens out the pigmentation. I did use ColourPop Frida lip liner underneath this because I've been doing that all the time lately. I've been just lining my lips, filling my lips in with lip liner first. I feel like it makes pretty much every lipstick go on better. So take that into consideration because I didn't use this on bare lips. I think I did yesterday though. Yeah, when I first bought it, I wanted to try it just on bare lips just to see, and I didn't have any problems with it. It applied fine. So I guess the people who are saying these are really dry must have really, really dry lips, but I'm very conscientious about making sure that I keep my lips moisturized. I use lip treatment products, usually EOS, lip balm, quite a bit, and I don't ever let my lips get really, really dry. I kind of keep on top of that. So yeah, this is number 4 matte Tease, just a really pretty pink. And then the other shade that I got, which is more seasonally appropriate, I'll say, is number 2 matte blush. And this one, these make like a little popping sound when you twist them up. It's kind of neat. This is matte blush, and this is sort of a nude, like a mauve nude or a darker nude. It has just a hint of pink to it, but it kind of, I don't know, it's hard to describe here. It's a pinky brown. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's a pinky brown. But this is a very, very wearable nude color. I actually tried both of these yesterday after I bought them. I put one on and then I wiped it off, and I put the other one on because I just wanted to see how they were going to look on me, and both these colors look good on me. I just think that this nude is very, very wearable. You know, it's pinky brown, but it's not too pink or too brown. It's just right. So yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like these lipsticks, but I think they're great. They're so pigmented, which is nice, but they drag a little bit when you apply them because they're very thick. They're thick and dense, but I wouldn't say that they're dry, not on me anyway. And they are $2.49 at Kmart. So I don't know if they're the same price at other places that sell Jordana. The only other place that I know of that sells Jordana is Walgreens. So I'm not sure what they would be at Walgreens, but they were $2.49 at Kmart. And then I also found the 2 new shades of Milani Color Statement lip liners. When they released the Milani matte lipsticks, they came out with 2 new lip liners. So I took a look at those, and they look like lip liners that would go with a ton of my lip products. And like I said, I've been using my lip liners a lot lately. Just lining my lips, filling them in, putting whatever on top. And so I knew I would get some use out of these. You can never have too many lip liners because even if you have one from each color family, it's never going to be exactly the right shade that you need. What I've been doing the last few months is using a liner that is slightly darker than whatever lip product I'm using, and I just love the effect that it gives. I just think it's so, so pretty. So anyways, the new shades of lip liner from Milani from their Color Statement line is number 13, Pretty Pink. I'm gonna do a nice swatch so you can see that really well. So as you can see, it's a little bit brighter than that pink Jordana lipstick that I bought. So I didn't feel like this would be a good match for that lipstick, so I didn't use this today. Like I said, I used ColourPop Frida, which ended up being perfect. And then the other new shade of lip liner by Milani is called Bordeaux. It's number 12. And this is like a wine burgundy shade. And you wouldn't think there'd be that much variation within wine burgundy lip liner colors, but there are. I have probably 2 or 3 already in that color group, and each one is so different than the other in terms of tone and depth and all that. So I figured that this would be a real good one to have. And same thing with the pink. I have pink lip liners, obviously, but each one is so different than the other, and these are so creamy, but yet they hold your lipstick in place really well. And these were $3.49 each, which is really inexpensive, I feel, for Milani. Not sure why it was so inexpensive. I could have sworn that their pencils were more expensive than that, but I don't know. It, might just be that it's Kmart pricing versus CVS, because a lot of times I end up buying Milani at CVS and their prices are quite a bit more than Kmart, so maybe that's why. But yeah, these are, I feel like, really good staples to have. So I think that's it, you guys, and keep your fingers crossed, say a little prayer, whatever, that we don't get 3 feet of snow like we're supposed to, but more importantly that I don't lose my power, because that's a very dangerous situation. Once you lose your power and you don't know when it's going to be restored again, you lose your heat, your pipes can freeze, which pretty much makes your house inhabitable if the pipes burst, and there wouldn't be anywhere to go, because if you try to leave, the roads aren't going to be passable. And if you, like, let's say you went to a family member's house, they're probably going to be in the same situation as you. Our family, all lives locally. And if you were to go to a hotel or something, they're not going to have power either. So there's nowhere to go. So you might as well just stay where you are. But then if the pipes freeze and water splatters everywhere, yeah, so hopefully we will not lose our power. I am really worried about it. I'm not gonna try to deceive you and think that, I'm not concerned. I am concerned. This is a very serious situation, especially when you look at the news and they say, life-threatening, biggest storm of the century, blah, 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 3 feet of snow. And as if that isn't bad enough, we're supposed to get, now this is all gonna come starting tonight, and it's supposed to snow tonight into and through tomorrow. Then we're supposed to get more snow on Friday, and then we're going to get more snow next Tuesday. So I don't know where we're going to put it all, because if you could see where I live, we have like the tiniest little yards in the world. So when it snows and when my husband shovels the driveway, we only have a tiny little bit of land to put the snow on. So I remember one year, I think it was two winters ago, we got like a lot of moderate storms, and the snow piles were getting higher and higher, and you couldn't see the road, you couldn't see your neighbor's house, because there were these big piles of snow like on the small amount of yard that we have. So yeah, so I hope that as long as we don't lose our power, it should be okay, because everything else is secondary. What really matters is that we keep our electricity, and that's going to depend on whether or not trees come down and take down lines and all that sort of thing. We are supposed to get hurricane force winds with this storm, so they're already saying on the news they're expecting power outages. But yeah, so okay, enough about that. You know, you're probably in a nice sunny warm place like California or something like that, and if you are, then you're lucky, because you just are. Alright, I'm gonna stop procrastinating and end this video. So I'll see you when I see you, but for one reason or another, I seriously doubt that I'll be uploading any videos under the conditions that are coming up. So hope you enjoyed the haul, because it might be a while before I see ya. Bye.